Hey, what's up? Like, totally time for 90210.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the 90210 show. My name is Mark. With me as always is my beautiful girlfriend, Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. It's been a good week here. It is July 19th, 1996.
Halfway through the summer already.
Yeah, we're just, I was going to say drilling, but that's a bad word.
Wow, now
we're just
keep
drilling
it
through July.
Keep it clean here.
We're just powering right through July, and the entire summer it's going to be fall soon.
No, not soon. Come on now.
Oh, it's going to be fall in a month and a half.
Right. We still have about 6 weeks.
6 weeks. We get a 6-week reprieve before, I don't know, school, college,
Sure.
careers. You speculate as to what stage of life we're in.
But, you know, on 90210, they are in college.
They are in college. They're college kids with college kids problems. If all college kids lived in a soap opera.
Right?
Remember when you said this wasn't a soap opera?
It wasn't yet.
It's not a soap opera. What was it? It's always been a soap opera.
No, it was
just less soapy.
It was a drama.
A drama.
It was not a soap opera.
It's a high school drama, Mark.
But now that we are completely sucked in, it's decided to turn into a soap opera.
The show has decided.
Yes.
The show's become self-aware.
No, the writers.
The writers. All right. Well, why don't you tell us about the soapy goodness in this episode?
So this episode started out really weird.
Yeah.
With Donna's nightmare.
Yeah, Donna having a nightmare with a bad Howard Stern impersonator who pointed out that they wasn't Howard Stern. I don't understand this. Did they write this because they wanted to get Howard Stern and they couldn't afford Howard Stern?
I don't know. It's very weird. I mean, I think it could have just been to illustrate how your dreams are weird. You know,
I guess, sure.
But yeah, her landlord is pretending to be Howard Stern.
I love how we get the entire plot line of this episode because Aaron Spelling doesn't want to see his daughter have a sex scene on air.
You know, he's getting a lot of her making out, though. I mean, because he keeps prolonging this and it's making it like a focus of the show.
Right.
They, they have sex once. They might not kiss as much.
All you girls out there contemplating marriage. Just remember that. You have sex once. You might not kiss as much. I would say we still kiss just as much.
Well, I'm talking about on the show because they won't be as much of a focus.
I'm not saying we haven't had sex or we've had sex or whatever, but
you know what I meant.
Yep.
So she's dreaming about like whether or not she should lose her virginity. Like that's a topic on the show.
Yeah, she's the world's last virgin or something.
And she decides after having this dream, was it this dream or she has another one? Okay.
It's the other one, yeah.
Yeah. So then she has another dream.
Well,
what?
Okay. Are we going to go in order or of what happened in the show? So it makes sense.
Sure. What am I missing?
What are you missing? 30 minutes of show in between these two dreams?
Well, no,
I mean, that she had a dream, and then they cut, she wakes up, and they're like, okay, another dream.
Well, no, but I don't remember anything going on with her.
Okay, well, David comes, and, I mean, well, obviously he doesn't. That's the whole problem. But David arrives in her room with flowers because...
Oh, yeah, it's their anniversary.
And it's also the Santa Ana winds.
Yeah, what the hell is that? I've never heard of this.
It makes people crazy.
Have you heard of this?
Yeah, it's a hot wind that blows in.
It's weird.
To the California area. Well, I mean, if you lived in California, you'd be aware of the Santa Anas.
So, yeah, so everybody says they're acting weird. Like, I mean, is it like a full moon kind of thing?
A little bit, yeah.
Because I think they were giving a lot more credit to these winds than most people give to full moons.
Luke Perry at one point says, it's like a full moon. Our bodies are mostly water, so the moon has effects on it that we don't even know. And I'm like, that's not the way. That's not the way it works, Luke Perry. Sorry. The moon's gravity doesn't affect the water in our bodies. The Earth's gravity is far stronger than the moon's gravity while we're on Earth. Yes, the moon has a slight influence on the tides, and it has a slight influence on the tilt of the Earth's axis, because our moon is actually abnormally large for the size of our planet. But it does not affect the water in people's bodies.
How do you know? It could.
Okay.
I
Sure.
mean, it totally, like, it could have effects, like he said, that we don't know about.
Okay. I'm not, like, I know you're into astrology and, like, and all this other, I'm not going to argue science with you.
Whatever.
It's not the point of the show to argue scientific facts. Just take it from me. That's not the way physics works, everyone out there.
Whatever. So, yeah, her and David are celebrating their anniversary, and she assembles a shield by inviting all of their friends to join them.
That's right, to go out to dinner with them.
So
for their anniversary.
Yeah. You've got Dylan and Kelly and Brandon and Brenda.
Yeah, Steve can't make it, though, because of something, I don't know. And Andre, I guess, is going out with Jesse.
Yeah. Were they even invited? They're like the B-list characters.
They mentioned, oh, too bad they can't come for some reason.
But it was weird to see Brandon and Brenda show up together, like, and they even gave them a joint gift.
Yeah, like they were a couple.
It was weird. You're not a couple.
The whole time they kind of acted like a couple, and yeah, it's like, that's weird.
And so, yeah. Afterwards, Donna's like, hey, let's keep hanging out. Where were they going?
They were going to the West Beverly High School.
Oh, yeah.
Like winter dance or
That's
whatever.
so stupid.
Where they had their official first kiss and awkward dance.
Yeah, I mean, okay, whatever. I guess it's a little romantic, but can they even get in? Like, you'd think they'd have security and be like, you are too old to be here.
Oh, they'll just go up to that principal, whatever her name was, and Teasley, I think, and be like, hey, we're celebrities. Remember senior year, how everything in the photo or everything in the yearbook and all the events leading up to graduation was about us?
Right. So, yeah. They're spending their anniversary completely being dorks.
Yeah, and being in public places where they can't have sex.
Right. But they do live together, so, you know.
Because he's constantly saying, hey, let's have sex.
And then when they get home, she is sneezing and says, it must be the winds getting my allergies going. I'm going to go take an antihistamine.
And he goes, those make you sleepy.
She's like, sorry.
Sorry, guy.
Ugh. It was very obvious that she just was avoiding him.
Yeah. Well, he's when he gives her the flowers, he's kissing her, and he's like, oh, the Santa Anas have a different effect on me. And she's like, yeah, I better go get these in some water.
Yeah.
She's like, because the water in the vase is the only wet thing around here, David.
Right? So then she has another dream.
Mm-hmm.
And she dreams that her parents are on this weird show with her.
Yeah.
And that David's
David
there.
Yeah.
And he's explaining how much he loves her. And that, you know, of course he's going to marry her. And then her parents are like, well, then I guess it's okay if you have sex.
Yeah. She's like, oh, we give you permission to do the wild thing with David Silver, her mother says.
And somehow Donna takes this dream literally and wakes up and is like, I'm going to have sex with David.
She has some deep psychological problems.
Yeah.
Because her mother is the only reason she won't have sex with him. When her mother seemed to indicate that, hey, it was okay because it was prom night or whatever, she was going to do it, but then she got too drunk.
Right.
And then when she dreamed that her mother gave her permission, she was like, okay, I can do it now. And it's just, it's not like she's like, oh, I'm going to save myself for marriage because of religious reasons or anything like that. It's all her mother.
Yeah. I mean, I think there is some religion there, though. Like, her mom had her wearing a cross to prom and stuff.
Yeah.
And
they go to church.
But yeah, it is definitely, primarily her mother. Which is weird because her mother, like she said, had an affair, almost broke up their family. Like, why is she looking at her as her moral compass?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
But she tells David, she's sorry. She's had a change of heart. It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And he's so happy and so excited. And he's lighting up the candles and he's got the music. He's shirtless.
All the guys on their anniversary are like, David Silver, you're going to get lucky tonight.
Right?
Finally, it's going to happen. We all know you're a virgin.
But, okay. Well, she comes... Was she wearing anything special? I don't remember.
Yeah, she came in a robe, and then I think she had some kind of nightie underneath. Yeah. I don't remember.
And they start making out hardcore. It is about to happen. Like, the whole time I'm thinking, what's going to stop them? I mean, like, what could possibly stop them right now?
Oh, you knew. You called it.
Yeah.
You said it.
Her parents are going to show up. Her parents showed up from Texas.
You didn't say it in that scene, but you said it earlier. Yeah. You're like, oh, they'll be stopping by.
But from Texas, right? That's where they are at?
Yeah, Houston.
Who does that?
They flew in from Houston, 1,200 miles away, as Dean Martin would tell us. It's 1,200 miles from Palm Springs to Texas.
You're so weird.
I know, but they flew in 1,200 miles, and it's 10 o'clock at night. Yeah. And they're like, we're just going to drop in from Texas at 10 o'clock at night.
Like, no clue at all that they're coming. Who does that to somebody?
Yeah, they were looking to catch something.
So David's like, just stay right here. I'll be right back. And he answers the door in his underwear.
Yeah, why are you answering the door in your underwear? No matter, you don't know who it is.
Right. Well, she said Kelly probably forgot her key. So why do you want Kelly to see you in your underwear?
Yeah. Did you want Kelly to see your cock just because you saw her naked?
You're losing your virginity. You're not starting out with a menage.
Right.
Oh, goodness. So her parents are, scandalized and upset, and he has to go sleep at his dad's.
Yeah. And then he walks up. This is like a throwaway line, but apparently he walked in when his dad was having sex with his girlfriend or whatever.
Well, no, he interrupted them. That's even worse. It's not like he walked in and they were having sex and he just went to bed. Like, he interrupted their sex. So Mel didn't get any either. Like, everybody's getting screwed over.
Yeah, but not.
Yeah, screwed over, but not. So, and they figured out that he lives there, obviously.
Right.
So now, like, they're pissed because she's been lying to them, which you can't blame them.
Yeah. I mean, even when she has the conversation with her parents, even her dad's like, no, she's right. We would have. And she's like, we talked about this last night. Let's not go backwards. So it's clear that they understand what they're doing to her. Mm-hmm. But they don't care, I guess? I don't know.
It's no good. But, she's now not going to sleep with him again because she promised her parents she wouldn't.
They said that you can live here and we'll keep things the way they are. But, I'm not going to still want to stay a virgin. I get my promise. My mom's trusting me again.
So fucked up.
That's a psychological mind game.
Like, if I were David, I would be seriously homicidal towards her mother.
Yeah, I don't... I get why he cheats, because we know he cheats.
Yeah.
I understand it, why it happens.
I mean, this is their 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, they've been dating 2 years.
2 years and nothing but kisses.
I feel bad. Yeah, not even a...
Yeah, I don't think...
Not even any of the J's.
I don't think so.
The H or the B, yeah, nothing. R. Rim. So anyway, yeah, I don't want to say like, oh, she owes him sex or anything like that. I mean, there are people that want to wait. He knew she wanted to wait. She told him early on. But still, it's like 2 years, and he's from 16 to 18.
Yeah, it's insane. But the Santa Anas did inspire some sex to occur for one couple.
Yeah, that's right. Brandon and Brenda.
Ew! No! Dylan and Kelly.
Yeah, there you go.
So, are they back together? Is that what's happening?
Apparently,
it kind of seems like that's what they decided.
Well, at one point, she says to him, I liked hearing about your day when we weren't together. She's like, she said, this is what she said. She was reading Psychology Tomorrow. Not Psychology Today, Psychology Tomorrow. The most made-up sounding magazine I've ever heard of in my life.
Right.
And she says, they did a study on children of divorce. And the ones that had joint custody, they understood that their parents' love lasted even when they weren't together. Mm-hmm. And the other ones, it was not the same way, I guess. The ones that only had one parent only had custody. And she was like, I guess that's, a lesson I'm still learning, basically. So I think what she's trying to say is if he's not with her all the time, she feels like he doesn't love her anymore. And she understands that as a fault and is trying to cope with that. And she's like, you don't have to be with me all the time and it's okay, and stuff like that. We don't have to do everything together to be a couple.
So, yeah, that train wreck's back.
Yep. For now. For about half a season more.
Right. And then we have Steve.
Yes.
He shows up at the fraternity car wash and gets yelled at because he's on probation and not supposed to be around them.
Yeah.
Which, am I skipping stuff?
Oh, of course.
Go ahead. What the hell?
It starts when he goes to the Peach Pit and he asks Brandon to intervene with the professor on his behalf. Which Brandon's like, I don't know, I'm on thin ice there.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have any sway, what's going on with his wife. And
he's like, oh, thanks, Brando. Knew I could count on you, Brando.
Yeah, he was pretty pissed. Apparently, that's his I hate you name.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe he doesn't like Marlon Brando. Not a great guy, from what I've heard. But anyway, so then he goes back to the fraternity, and the fraternity's like, John Sears is being super nice to him and everything. It's like, oh, we've had our differences, but you're a stud, Sanders, he says. He's like, they're like, we're going to have to give you probation because we can't be associated with you. And he's like, yeah, I get it. And they're like, just till Monday or Tuesday. And he says, you'll probably get like a slap on the wrist or whatever. It's not going to be that bad. But what I thought happened.
Yeah.
Because Brando goes and talks to Lucinda, or sees Lucinda. First, he got an A in the class. Steve got a B+.
Yeah.
And so did the basketball player, Deshaun.
Without Brandon's help. So what do you think that's about?
Well, we know what that's about.
It's not good.
It's called favoritism.
Yeah, so they just made up a bullshit grade for this kid. And if they could do that, then why go through all the pretense?
Yeah. I think they wanted to just make a show of it.
I guess.
Oh, his grades improved because he got a tutor. Brandon's such a good tutor. Mm. And so, yeah, he's talking to Lucinda, who's trying to come on to him again.
Always.
And
such a slut.
Yeah, she's a predator. She's like a jungle cat.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he's talking to her, and she's like, oh, yeah, your friend Sanders was always going to get caught. Somebody tipped off the security guard. They knew someone was coming to get that ball. And he's like, oh, no.
So then he's real pissed. And
Steve easily figures out it was John Sears.
Well, yeah. So what I want to know, though, is why is Steve even part of this still? Like, just say fuck you and move on.
Well, I think he hates John Sears. I don't think he hates the fraternity. He's one of those jockey, like, my dad was in this fraternity, this has to be part of my life kind of things.
Was his dad in this fraternity?
Yeah, he's a legacy.
Where's his dad?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, like, for him to want to do something because his dad did is really weird, considering we've never seen him.
Yeah, I have no idea. And in reality, he was adopted, so.
Yeah. But whatever. So, Brandon does decide to talk to the teacher.
Yes.
And he gets some balls.
The teacher?
Oh, Brandon.
Oh, okay, I guess.
You don't think?
Well, the teacher gets pissed off at first.
Well, yeah, he
He's
accuses
talking about
him.
fucking Don Drysdale for some reason. And he was a pitcher for the New York Yankees. The only pitcher to pitch a perfect game in a World Series.
Wow.
Yeah, how do you like that?
I still don't understand the reference, but cool.
He's a pitcher.
Okay.
He understood the game within the game. Throw at a guy's head and all that shit. Did you just see a ghost? What was that look?
I heard a buzzing.
Oh, okay. It was just the bees. And I have an apiary in the back. Anyway, so he says, I know that Lucinda's been sniffing around you, and I know how she gets when she targets somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, he uses predatory words with her. Like, he has to understand what she's doing is not only in the sense of their marriage, but is like almost criminal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, nothing happened. He's like, oh, whatever. Liar.
Yeah, it's not good. And then Brandon says that he'll tell what's going on here.
Yeah, he says
with Deshaun and
he's like, yeah, you just get to B+, huh? Yeah, I'll go to any paper, the NCAA, anyone who'll listen to me and tell them what you've been doing. Piece of shit. And then he goes, you want to call security or should I?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The professor's all like, oh, I could call security and, tell them that it was all a misunderstanding and everything would be fine, but I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna do that because you've been fucking my wife.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he believe him?
And why is he only mad all of a sudden?
Yeah, and does he think that Lucinda is so hot that no guy could ever resist her? Because guess what, buddy? She's not.
He can't resist her. That's why. Because otherwise, why would he still be with her?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
He feels powerless, and he thinks they're all powerless.
Yeah, well, he's an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, poor Brandon. Like, he's suffering so much. He should have gotten laid.
Yeah, well, he did.
Not by her.
Emily Valentine.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he should have gotten some sex out of this deal because she's basically ruining his life.
Oh, I got you.
And everybody acts like he slept with her, so he may as well have.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's not fair.
He got accused of it, so he might as well do it.
Yeah, he's being punished, and he didn't do the crime.
Okay.
That's all.
Maybe morally he didn't want to. Maybe he doesn't care if he's getting punished.
Maybe. But, I mean, at first he didn't care until he knew who her husband was.
Yeah. Well, the more sex, the better. That's always your motto.
That's true.
So, so Steve gets out of that trouble.
And what happens to John Sears? That's what I want to know.
Well, John Sears is still a part of the show when we started watching it.
I know, it's not fair.
Well, he's going to leave.
He's such an asshole.
We know that.
Yeah. I hate him so much. That's coming, right? Like, it's coming up quick.
By the end of the season, yeah. What the fuck?
I had a chill.
Oh my god, a goose walked over your grave.
Apparently.
Jeez.
Sorry, guys.
Maybe there's a spirit in here or something.
Final person that we have to talk about today.
The final person.
Andrea.
Yeah. Andrea and Jesus, as David calls him, or Dan.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. His name's Dan, right?
I don't know.
Dan Rubin.
Yeah. But yeah, she's, having a great time, spending all the time with Jesse, likes him so much.
He takes her to her door. They talk for a minute. They share a big, passionate kiss. He's like, I've got to get back to my dorm, because they're not going to have sex that day, right? Mm-hmm. And, well, I'll see you tomorrow, yeah. And then he leaves, and the camera cuts, and Dan's just standing there outside of his door staring at them.
I didn't realize they lived across the hall from each other. That's pretty awkward.
But, well, it's awkward when the guy fucking comes out of his dorm to stare at them making out. What a creep.
Oh, yeah. Do you think that's going to go further? Do you think that they're setting him up to be like a stalker or a rapist or something?
I think so, yes.
It's not good.
He's all like, yeah, you had fun with Jesus.
He's such an asshole.
It's like, what'd you guys talk about? La Bamba?
And then she says, as a matter of fact, he's a second-year law student, and he's like, yeah, affirmative action.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what a day.
He's an asshole, man.
He's
Holy
awful.
Shit.
Like, I'm so glad she stopped dating him. He was not for her.
No, not at all. And then he's like, you really love this guy? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, well, then mazel tov. And he leaves.
Ugh. I want to kick him in his froofy hair.
Yeah. He's ridiculous.
But we know it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
The pregnancy has to come soon.
Andrea's coming.
It has to happen soon. I mean, like, there's not that much left of the season, and she's supposed to get pregnant and have a baby by the end of the season.
Yeah. Did we see any more of her and him? Was it just that one scene?
I don't remember anything else with them.
I feel like they did something else.
She met his family.
That's right. Yeah.
He took her to, they have like a food truck.
And he was like, oh, get her a gringo style empanada or whatever. And she's like, no, I'll take the real thing.
Those are brave words.
Yeah, Jews are used to suffering, so I'm going to impress you. Because earlier, he took a second latke from her grandmother or whatever, and she was like, oh, you won her heart forever. Because you love her latkes.
That was cute.
Yeah. You ever had a latke?
No. I have had an empanada.
Well, they're both good.
Yeah. What is a latke?
It's like potato and egg and it's hard to describe. It's like, and it's fried, like it's
okay.
It's kind of like hash browns sort of, but it's their it's kind of like a potato pancake sort of. Like like that's I think that's the best way to describe it.
Okay.
Usually you dip it in something sour cream or something like that.
So pierogies, potato pancakes. These are Jewish foods? I thought they were Polish foods.
No, the potato pancakes and latke, latke. They are potato pancakes. Same thing. It's Polish Jewish food.
Okay.
Pierogies are Polish,
okay,
but they're not Jewish. I don't think technically, but there were a lot of Jews in Poland.
Okay.
So,
well, that makes sense then.
For a while.
Yeah.
Then they opened Auschwitz.
Oh my.
That was in Poland.
That's sad.
Yep. What a way to end the episode. If we did this show 6 million times, I couldn't have ended it worse.
So how about those empanadas?
Yeah, I do like empanadas.
They're like dessert.
Yeah. Well,
it depends on what they're filled with, but usually they're, fruit filled.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. What
It
are the
is
ones?
right.
What are the ones? Oh, tamales. The ones wrapped in corn.
Okay, but they can be wrapped in corn or flour.
Yeah.
And I don't like the corn ones, but I like the flour ones.
The corn ones are because it's wrapped in like the husk of corn. They're so tough.
Yeah, I don't like it. I had a homemade one and it was awful.
Me too. I knew a Mexican person who made homemade tamales, and the inside was good. I liked it, and even the outside with the corn, it was salted and stuff like that. It was it tasted okay, but you can't chew it.
Yeah,
it's like chewing. It's like trying to chew a carpet and then eat what's inside. The filling was good, but
yeah, not great.
Yeah,
I actually had one in Mexico.
Ooh, avocados from Mexico. Did you? had one in Mexico.
Yeah.
Carol's been to Mexico, everyone.
So have you.
Are you jealous?
Well, you should be. It was great.
I haven't been to Mexico the way you've been to Mexico.
Yeah.
I've been to a touristy resort town on the coast of Mexico where from a cruise ship for a day where you don't really see the real Mexico. So technically I have been in the country of Mexico, but I wasn't in Mexico the way you were in Mexico, where you stayed for a long time. You were with a Mexican family, and you saw the real country.
Yeah, it was fun. We went. I did like a class thing. But anyways, I guess it's time to wrap it up.
Is it?
It is.
All right.
Because we're done with the 90210.
Okay.
People don't care about our lives. Nobody wants to hear us talk.
Do you tune in to hear us talk, or do you not care?
They want to hear about, the soap opera.
Avocados from Mexico. All right.
Anyway, check out our website.
Yep.
www.retroleafy.com.
Mm-hmm.
Write us at latefee1994 at AOL.com.
Please do that.
And tell your friends.
All right, we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.